welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I created a purple halo eye kind of look. It was actually quite difficult to film because I have a lot of first impressions in this video, and the majority of the products that I used today, if not all, are all drugstore products and affordable products. And I tried to also keep the brushes as affordable as possible, with the exception of maybe 2 brushes because I actually don't have a drugstore replacement for them yet. But anyways guys, if you guys are interested in this look, then please keep on watching. Alright, so to start this tutorial today, I think I'm going to start with my foundation first and then move in with my eyes. The foundation that I'm using today is the e.l.f. foundation here. I have not used it yet, but I'm actually very excited because I have no e.l.f. foundation, so I'm really excited to be using this today. I'm going to apply this foundation today with this EcoTools sponge. I used it before, and I used it with another drugstore foundation, and it really wasn't my favorite sponge, so I'm going to use it again today and see if I like it and kind of give you my thoughts about it. Just gonna give it a second try because, you know, first time I was like, not too much. Wasn't, you know, team EcoTools sponge, but we shall see. Before I even start putting on this foundation on my face, I'm going to prep my face with some of this Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water, just because my face has been very dry. And you would think that because it's the summertime that my face would be more oily, you know, like more moisturized, more no, this doesn't even matter. Like, it's hot and humid outside and my face still wants to be dry. So I'm just gonna spritz my face a little bit with some of this spray. Okay, I sprayed my face a lot with that because I really do love that spray. It makes such a difference every single time I wear it with my makeup. So I've actually been trying to apply that more and more into my makeup routine. So I'm just gonna use a few of these. Nothing's coming out yet. Okay. A pump and a half. I think that was a pump and a half. And this foundation is very, very thick. And I didn't know that, but good thing that I wore some of that facial spray. I'm just going to dip this EcoTools sponge in here, and I'm going to apply this all over my face. So this color looks a little light for my face, but we are going to work with what we have because, you know, gotta work with what we have. Oh no, this foundation is literally making me look ghostly. You know what guys, this foundation looks really, really light on me, so I'm just gonna use this Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation also. I'm just gonna mix it with that foundation. I haven't used this foundation either, so hopefully the outcome is good because I'm trying out 2 foundations that I've never used before, and one is just way too light. But I will say with the e.l.f. foundation, it looks nice. You know, I wish I got it in the right color. I'm kind of upset that I thought that, I don't know, looks a little, I don't even know, but whatever. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this foundation on my face too. Oh my god, that's a lot on the chin. Alright, I look a little bit more like myself. I was like a little scared. I was like, oh my god. It was looking very ashy on me, this color, and actually this color's the shade Caramel. So I guess I'm just gonna pick up a darker shade because this foundation is so cheap. I think it's between $4 to $6, so honestly don't even mind spending a little bit of money and maybe getting the next shade over and then mixing them, because I really want to review this foundation in its entirety. You know, like I just mixed it with the Wet n Wild, so whatever kind of outcome I get, I can't really judge this foundation too harsh because it's not the only foundation that I'm wearing on my face. So once I get the next color, I'll definitely review this foundation for you guys, or I'll just use it again on my channel, which obviously I have no problem with. So for concealer, I'm using the Photo Focus concealer by Wet n Wild in the color Medium Tawny, which doesn't, oh, it doesn't have the color on here, I was about to say. You know, I'm just gonna put some underneath my eyes. With this concealer, I'd be a little bit careful because it tends to dry really quickly. And by the way, I'm blending my under eye with the lime green sponge that comes like in this package. Like it's like 2 sponges that comes in the EcoTools package. So I'm using the lime green one to blend underneath my eyes. This concealer, I've actually been really liking it, which is surprising because it's on the thicker side a little bit. And You definitely have to blend it in right away or else it dries pretty quickly, but I've actually been really liking it, which honestly is like surprising, but a little bit on the drier side. So to set my eyes, I'm using this Wet n Wild contouring palette and an e.l.f. small tapered brush. I'm just going to set underneath my eyes a little bit. I'm not going to bake or anything because I feel like this concealer is already pretty drying, so I'm just gonna put some underneath my eyes like this. For bronzer today, this is actually a new product that I've never used before, but I did put it in my e.l.f. haul video and I'm excited to try it out. It is this e.l.f. finishing powder. I know that has like a really long name, but in the back it just says finishing powder, and it's in the color dark deep. So the brush that I'm using with this powder is the e.l.f. mineral powder brush. Take a little bit. Oh, it has a lot of kickback, so just be careful with that. I'm scared. Oh my god, I'm scared because this brush is so dense. I'm just gonna lightly put it on my face because literally this brush is so densely packed, so I don't want to be, looking like I just ran through some mud or something. I feel like I'll like this. I'm not really the biggest fan of this brush. I feel like it works better with other types of bronzers because it's such a densely packed brush. Like it's like so like hard, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like this powder, I feel like if I try it with my higher end brushes or like with a dual fiber brush, I feel like I really gonna like it. So far it looks really pretty, and with my dry skin it actually doesn't look powdery on me. I'm actually very surprised and I'm really happy and I'm really excited because I really wanted to have a really nice drugstore bronzer that I can refer to you guys and tell you guys to buy. I'm not gonna hop on and say that I love it yet. I have to use it a few more times, but I will say with my dry skin it really doesn't make me look powdery at all. It literally just like melts in my skin. Okay, I'm not mad at it. I'm mad at this hair going by my face. Alright, so now that we are bronzed out, I have two highlighters here. Actually, just kidding, I only have one. I was gonna use the Wet n Wild highlighter, but I figured let me just use the e.l.f. highlighter because I've already used the Wet n Wild one and I wasn't too happy with it the first time, so I don't want to be biased using it again for you guys. Let me see. What brush am I using with this? So what I'm gonna do though with this, oh by the way, it's this e.l.f. brush right here. It is, called it a blush. This e.l.f. highlighter right here, and it is called Blush Gems. It's a baked highlighter. I'm just going to scrape it a little bit on the top. That way I can get like the maximum product. I don't know, but when I went to the e.l.f. store, a lot of their baked blushes and baked highlighters, they were like really scraped. Like you could actually see the scrape marks. And I was like, ah, okay, I see what you did there, because I feel like it kind of has like a top coating where you can't really get to the product really good, but I guess once you get through that and you scrape it off, you can use it. Okay. So to apply this highlight, I'm using this e.l.f. highlighter brush. Oh my god, I'm actually nervous because I really want to like this. I hope it's not too powdery on my face. Alright. You know what? It actually looks really pretty. What? Yes. Alright, well, I will say that once you scrape off a little bit of what you scraped off, then once you use that with the brush no longer picks up any product. So I guess you have to like continuously, I'm gonna do it with the back of the brush. I'm just gonna go like this and then pick up what's there. That way, see what I'm saying? That way it picks up some of that highlight color. Oh my god. I actually really like it because it really doesn't enhance the bumps on my face. It doesn't look, you know what I mean, like powder that just sits on your face. I've actually had highlights that literally you can tell like they look so powdery on my face. That's what happened with the Wet n Wild one, and I'm so excited to try it out. But I'm gonna give it another try because I know everybody and their mama is in love with that highlight. So I guess whatever foundation I was wearing that day was making me look extra dry, and then, you know, that highlighter was clinging onto my dry patches, and I have like a little bit of I have bumps on my face that sometimes certain highlights accentuate, and that highlight happened to accentuate those bumps. I'm not gonna blame it on the highlight yet. I'm gonna try it out again for you guys, but I'm gonna try it out with a more moisturizing foundation, and I'm gonna go ham on the moisturizer before I put on any foundation and stuff like that. But so far, this highlight, I've actually, look at this guys. This is like a $3 or $4 highlight. Isn't that crazy? I would love to do like a high-end versus a low-end highlighter video. That would be very interesting because this kind of looks like champagne pop a little bit to me. Right guys? I think so. I would love to compare them. Or maybe something more similar color that's like a high-end brand. So if you're one of those people that doesn't like this highlight, please don't get discouraged, because I feel like I've heard people saying like, oh, I got an e.l.f. highlight and it doesn't work really well, or you can clearly see whatever like chunks or glitter. But guys, scrape the top, scrape it with your brush, like get in there real good. Take your brush, go like that and apply, and I'm telling you, look at this. I'm just saying, it looks pretty good. So for blush today, I will be using this e.l.f. blush palette in the color Light. I also, I can't open it. Okay. I also showed you guys this palette in my haul video. I'm actually going to use this apricot shade, and I'm going to mix it with this shade. This shade right here has a little bit of sparkles in it, but it's more like iridescence, which I really like, so I'm excited to use that. So I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush. I'm going to dip it in this and dip it in that. Okay. Again, there's a lot of kickback, especially on this apricot shade. Look at that. I don't know if you can see. There is, but hopefully this blush looks pretty on me. I'm going to put some on my cheek. There we go. A little bit scared. I was like, it's not showing up on my face. So the palette that I'm using today for my eyes is this e.l.f. Matte for Matte 2 palette, and I'm so excited. Actually really excited. I'm going to play with some different colors today. One of my subscribers actually asked if I could do a metallic eyes look when I put this video up, like my e.l.f. haul video, and she asked if I could do metallic eye look, and I was like, yes, good idea. Like if you want me to do stuff for you, if you want to see different looks or even different types of videos, let me know, because it just gives me more ideas, and I absolutely love it. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't even know what to do. I don't know what you guys want to see. So thank you to the subscriber that asked if I could do a metallic eye for you, because now I'm gonna do it, at least attempt it anyways. Hopefully it comes out good. So first things first guys, I'm just gonna use some of this Wet n Wild photo focus concealer, and I'm going to put it all over my eyelids as a, oh my god, I can't open up my mirror. I'm going to use this as an eyeshadow primer because I actually really like and enjoy using concealer as eyeshadow primer. So I'm putting some all over my lids, and I'm just going to blend it in with my fingers. To set this, I'm going to use this lighter shade right here. Ah, no, lies. I'm going to use this color right here, this like neutral brown color. And I'm using a Morphe E27 brush to apply this all over my eyes to set the powder, and kind of also use it as a transition shade. I will say that these eyeshadows, well, this one particular eyeshadow that I just put on my eye, because I've never used this palette before, it's actually really creamy, and it blends in so nice. I actually really like this so far. I'm so excited because you know what? This could literally be like my little neutrals palette that I can use all the time, and it's very affordable, which I love. So if I ever need to restock, I'm not like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose an arm and a leg just to buy this. You know what I'm saying? Because the struggle is real out there. So the next shade in the palette that I'm using is going to be this shade right here, this one. Right here, this shade right here, and I'm using a Real Techniques dual fiber brush, And I'm just going to apply this also on my crease on top of that first shade that we used. Guys, like honestly, this look right here, I could just pop on a wing and this look would be A1 just using 2 shades. I'm like really impressed at how buttery and smooth and just how extremely pigmented these shadows are for such a cheap palette. I'm not saying like e.l.f. isn't a great brand, I'm just saying like this is amazing. This is like the first time I've ever purchased a drugstore full palette like this, and I've actually been very happy with every single, well, I'm not trying out every single color, but you know what I'm saying. Like these 2 colors so far. What? So I kind of want to get out of my elements a little bit for you guys, and I think I'm going to use this purple shade right here, and I think I want to apply it all over my lids and then apply the metallic shade on my lids. So we're going to go with that today. So I'm taking my Sigma E55 brush. So far I've used like a whole bunch of affordable brushes. This is the only brush that, unfortunately, I don't have a shading brush from the drugstore. I'm actually on the hunt for it. So if you guys know of any amazing shading brushes, please let me know so that I can purchase it and use it, because I've been on the hunt. So I'm going to put this all over my lid. What I like about this purple shade is that, you know, this shade right here that I use as my second transition shade, it does have a lot of kickback, but the purple shade, it's actually holding very well, which I like, because nothing irks me more than using a dark shade on my eyes and then all of a sudden getting all that dark shade or eyeshadow, you know what I'm saying, like all over my face, and then you go like this and then all that dark eyeshadow's all over your face and you're like, why? For my brow bone, I'm gonna use the lightest color on this palette. It's like a really pretty, I'm not gonna say bone white, but it's kind of like an off-white beige type of color, and I'm using a G18 Morphe brush, and I'm gonna use it a little bit on my brow bone just to give my brow bone a little highlight and kind of clean up the shadow a little bit. I recently purchased this e.l.f. Molten liquid eyeshadow, there we go, in the color Rose Gold. So I'm going to apply this all over my lid, but I'm going to start by applying it in the middle first, because if it doesn't apply good or it looks weird with this eyeshadow, we can always call this a halo eye and call it a day. So let's just see how this is going to apply. I'm a little nervous, but I'm gonna apply this on my lid. Okay. I'm struggling just a little bit because with this, finger ends up picking up the product and then it doesn't end up blending right. So I tried to blend it as good as possible, and now I'm just putting a little bit more and kind of going like this. So what I ended up doing was I took a little bit of this ColourPop weenie color. It looks like this. I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. Actually, I have a swatch right there because I was like picking out a color. I was like, I need something. It's very metallic-y and very, very foiled. So that's a shade right here. So I took my MAC 242 brush. It's 242, yeah. And I just put a little bit on here, and I haven't done it on this eye yet. And I'm just applying a little bit of it on top of that Molten liquid eyeshadow from e.l.f. just because I feel like I made the mistake of not putting on some kind of base, and I feel like this would have been the most, like this would have been an excellent base to put on top of that liquid eyeshadow, just because it kept coming off. Like I was putting it on and it kept coming off, and I was like, oh no, this isn't working out. This is like why I'm so scared of doing first impressions videos sometimes, because, or even using like new things on my channel while I'm recording and then letting you guys know how I feel about it, because sometimes it gets a little scary. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade, the e.l.f. shade, the rose gold shade, and I'm gently putting it over that ColourPop weenie shade, just so this can like pop out a little bit more. So for my waterline, I think I'm gonna start with this shade that we initially started with, which was the transition shade, the shade right here. And with the Morphe G18 brush, I'm going to put a little bit underneath my eyes like this, just smoke it out a little bit. So the next color is going to be that second transition shade color that we used, and I'm using the same brush and applying it on top of that first color. So with this Morphe E37 brush, I'm going to dip in to that purple and put it really close to my waterline. So for mascara, I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild Max Volume Mascara Plus. There's too many names on this mascara, but you get the point. It's this mascara right here. And I'm just going to apply it on my top lashes and my bottom lashes. And for lashes, I will be popping on my Cocoa Queen Bees. So I wanted to smoke out my eye a little bit more. So for my waterline today, I'm gonna use this Essence Gel Liner. And I actually don't know the name specifically of it, but I think it's like Cocoa Bean. But I'll obviously leave it in the description box for you guys. So I'm just using a little bit and putting it on my waterline just to kind of like pull the look together, because I felt like it looked really weird when my waterline was like naked. I also want to apply a little bit of inner corner highlight. So with this Real Techniques, oh my god, this Real Techniques detail brush, I'm going to use a little bit of this Badescu spray, and I'm going to use a little bit of the highlight that we use on our face. I'm going to scrape a little bit and dab my brush into it like this, and I'm going to pop it in my inner corner highlight. So for lips today, I'm going to use this NYX Lip Butter Gloss in the color Angel Food Cake. And to kind of put a little bit of a topping over it because it's a little bit pink, I'm going to use this NYX High Voltage Lipstick. It looks like this in the color, in the color Stone. Okay guys, so this completes the look for today. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little challenging having to work with certain products that I've never worked with before, and it kind of threw me off a little bit and I was like a little frustrated, but I'm actually really happy with the way that the look turned out. And to the subscriber that asked if I can do this metallic eye look, I hope that you're satisfied with the eye color, because I know it's purple, it's a little bit more out there and intense, but I tried to make it as wearable as possible, like a really wearable purple. You can pair this honestly with like a really pretty black dress, and then you have like your nice like smoky but with a halo eye effect purple eye look. I'm actually really happy with the way that it came out. So anyways guys, if you guys enjoyed this look, please leave your comments down below. Don't hesitate to tell me, you know, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you're like, Michelle, girl, you used that liquid eyeshadow completely wrong, because I was actually like getting so frustrated. I was like, it's not working. Anyways guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome guys. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time. Loving this highlight, it's so pretty. If you guys like my singing, because I do sometimes. Oh, brush just fell. I would love to do a high-end. Oh my god, one of my fake lashes is on this. Oh my god, I just pulled my eye.